Watching Johnny Walker jump up and hug his brother after he got his third heel hook in a row got me thinking, who are some of the other brother duos in the UFC active right now? So first off, we have Johnny and Walter. Both of these guys are Brazilian slash Russian, and they're very interesting. I think Walter Walker lost his first fight and is on a 3 heel hook streak right now, but Johnny is like a well-known veteran in the UFC, and he's on a loss streak, 2 KOs in a row, and I think he's gonna get KO'd again against Zhang Mingyang. A very interesting duo is the Afghani Basharat brothers, Javid and Farid. I think both of them started off really well in the UFC. Farid is currently 4-0, but Javid, after having like 3 wins, he's on a 2-loss streak, and he was like fraud checked by Ricky Simon in his last fight. I don't think Javid has much of a future because in the bantamweight division, you can't lose to Ricky Simon like that, embarrassingly. But Farid might get better and better. He's shown that he's a good decision fighter, good pressure, good wrestling, but I need to see more of him to think he's a top contender. But yeah, they're pretty decent brothers. Next up, one of my personal favorites, the Bonfirm brothers. Gabriel and Ishmael Bonfirm. Both of these guys have great jiu-jitsu and good striking, but I think we've seen that they were a bit overhyped. Like Ishmael especially, he was like finished twice by although good opponents, Benoit Saint-Denis and Sadikov, but still, he's not the top contender we thought he was, but I hope he comes back. Whereas Gabriel just got a decision kind of robbery win against Stephen Thompson, and he showed that he's a good fighter, but I think he should have been able to finish Stephen Thompson if he's to be considered a top contender. But these guys are still quite young, like 27 and 29 years old respectively, especially Gabriel, who's 27, I think has a lot of potential to be a top contender in the welterweight division. So I'm really excited to see what's next. Next up, we have the Usman brothers. Kamaru, of course, the legend of the welterweight and slowly like dying out, although he still won against Buckley. And Usman, the fat, useless brother, who has shown in his recent fight against Hamdi Abdul Wahab that he's like one of the most boring heavyweights, and he's kind of not good. Although he started off with 3 wins, decently exciting stuff for heavyweight, he lost 2 in a row against like mid opponents like Mick Parkin and Thomas Peterson. And in his last fight, he's shown that he gasses out and he's not that good, but he's at least better than like the biggest bottom feeders. I don't see these brothers doing much in the future, and I don't think they'll achieve any more than Kamaru has already achieved. Especially Usman, I think he will be cut from the UFC in his next like 3 fights. Finally, we have the Topuria brothers, Ilya and Alexandre. I think these guys are definitely going to be the best brother duo in UFC history. Ilya has already proven that he's a legend and a future GOAT, and Alexandre has everything it takes to become like a very, very good bantamweight contender, if not champion. So I'm really looking forward to what they have to do in the future. Especially Alexandre, who just made his UFC debut, and he was quite impressive, very controlled, and he's like Ilya, but like chill, calm. So I'm really excited to see what the future holds.